Hello everyone and welcome to Don't Be Bored. Today I'm here to review for you Cranium 25th Anniversary Edition. It is the Cranium you know and love with some updated tasks, challenges and fun for all the family. Now just know this was provided to me by Funko Games for the review, but that doesn't really change the positives and the negatives that I have about it. So how does the game work? Well, first of all, you've got to split everyone in the room into sort of two equal teams. You can decide how that happens. How is it equal? Is it boys versus girls? Oldies versus youngies? A team leader of sorts for each team can just take the team's tokens, and we'll touch on what they do in a minute. But the game is effectively going to go back and forth between the two teams having a turn. When it's your turn, you're going to roll the dice. It's got the four colours that are dotted around the edge of the board a number of times, as well as purple. If it's purple, you get to choose which colour. You then are basically choosing what type of challenge you're going to be doing. The opponents draw a card from the box, and if it's a red, it's going to be the red one at the top of the card. If it's the green, they're going to look down to that area instead. These challenges range quite a lot, and not just between the different categories, but also within them as well. For instance, the sort of acting mimey noisy category, in one case you might be acting it out like a mime trying to get your team to guess an answer. That same style of category though, in another one, you could be having to just use noises with the rest of your team having their eyes closed. Now, there's other categories as well. Some are more creative, some are more word-based or fact-based, some are like that acting sort of stuff. Maybe you're filling in the blank letters of a word, and maybe you're just trying to identify some pictures. What are these things in the pictures? That sort of thing. But the dice that you've rolled, say you've rolled the yellow, the red, whatever, that's going to be telling you what your challenge is. I said I'd touch back on those tokens, and that's because at this point the opposing team's just told you what type of challenge you're going to be doing. You have the option there. You've got these 4 tokens that you can spend throughout the game. 2 of them are re-rolls. So basically you think, we're not going to be very good at that. Let's re-roll the dice and hopefully we'll get a different colour. The other 2 are basically double downs. One is an extra move and one is 2 extra moves, if you think you're going to be, and your team is going to be, really good at that one. So let's say one of the tasks is 2 players are going to write down 3 words to do with a topic. And if any of those words match on both their boards, then you're going to be moving to the next of that colour. But you've played your +2, you move 2 extra spaces round the edge of the board. Why are you doing all this? Well, you're trying to move all the way around the edge of the board, getting back to the starting space, which is effectively the start and finish line, and whichever team does it first wins. So Cranium is a party game that's been coming out at family game nights across the country and probably world for many, many years now, with this being the 25th anniversary edition. What's so special about this one? Well, it's a new updated one. It looks a bit different, with the board being sort of a big plastic circle that you're going round and everything being contained within it when you've packed it away. And then there's all the different topics and questions. They're obviously completely new and revamped. There's a lot of fun in there. Some are definitely a bit more scratch your head. What are these objects? What are the words? What word is maybe this person trying to mime towards me? And then some are a bit more fun, like try and use this clay to try and sort of get across this word. Or use one of your other teammates as like a puppet and move their arms and legs and stuff to try and get across what the word is. It's definitely one that you can't take yourself seriously in, but it's full of fun. Now, I would say some people might not like that. If you're not the sort of person that wants to play a game and maybe end up looking a bit silly, well, this style and most party games probably won't be for you. Because you've got to go into this experience, well, A, being you could be wrong when you give an answer or whatever, or B, well, there's certainly some of the activities like miming something but only being able to use some sounds, or they can only hear sounds because they've got their eyes closed, and certain things like that. It does really sort of go to the silly side of things, but it creates a lot of laughter and entertainment while the people are playing. But if you're not one of those people that likes being put on the spot, looking a bit silly, then maybe this wouldn't be for you. Production quality wise, it's a fairly strong one here. There's only one slight negative that I've found. Basically, you've got this amazing sort of board, which is also the box where you've got all the slots for cards and everything. In fact, when you spend one of those reroll tokens, there's actually a slot on the board for you to drop it through, and it catches it in sort of the place where, when you pack up, that's where you put the pot of like soft clay that's used for one of the rounds or potential challenges. So someone's really thought about the design of that. The sand timer that's going to be ticking down, all of that works. The cards are nice and thick, so it's really super obvious this is the question side, this is the answer side, and all that stuff. The only slight letdown is that effectively there's like these little coloured dots that you put in around it, and that goes all the way around the edge, and you've got to do that before game one. But I've actually found that a couple of them have come out after I've stored the game. Sometimes I store it horizontally, sometimes vertically. In the car it went upside down. Everything internally, like all the cards and whiteboards, pens, etc., well, they were locked in because the box holds them nicely. But one or two of those little coloured dots just fell out. It just seemed a bit of an odd oversight for what is otherwise a solid production. The only other thing that's sort of maybe a bit of a problem the first time you play is that the category names don't always let you know exactly what the category is going to be about. It doesn't sort of let you know, that's the exact style of challenge that we're going to be doing. It means you then have to just sort of look it up on sort of a sheet, and both teams do have one of those, which is nice. At least that is provided, so you can go, oh, we're doing this one, look it up. Oh, it's this kind of challenge. This one it's the wordy sort of challenge. This one we're trying to guess like a word where we've only got a few of the letters. It would have been nice for that sort of detail, just in a couple of words, just be put onto the actual answer question cards. So when the other team goes, it's this kind of category that you've rolled, do you want to play it? Do you want to re-roll it? Do you want to use one of those special tokens? You wouldn't have to be like, oh, let me just look up what that actually is. Because even sometimes where it's like, some teams we found have been really good at, say, like the stuff where it comes to acting out, but as soon as it came to sounds, well, everyone was laughing a bit too much to actually get it. So maybe you'd want to skip the sound ones, but not the miming ones, even though they're technically in like the same acting sort of category overall. There's no doubt though that we've had a lot of fun with Cranium 25th Anniversary Edition. If you are looking for a family, like a full-on pure family style game where you're answering questions, you've got the luck of a dice pushing you slowly round the track, well, you can have a lot of fun with this one. If you're gonna not take yourself seriously, just laugh at the different odd, weird categories, and then every now and again have to sort of scratch your head and go, there's a picture of two objects, what are these? Well, you're going to have a lot of fun with Cranium in any sense, but this new edition, well, it's pretty nice, and I can definitely recommend it. It was an absolute smash hit for us over Christmas, and I can see at future family gatherings it 100% coming back off the shelf. Let me know if you've had a chance to ever play Cranium, this edition or other ones. Let me know in the comments section below. If this review's helped you, if I've helped you, let me know as well. And until next time, have a cranium-filled good day.